Fire rescue?
Yes, 38.
Okay, what's the address that we need to come to?
There are more than 7 billion people on this planet.
Your address, sir?
And not a single one of them is as powerful as me.
Okay, and what's going on there?
My name is Braun Strowman.
Okay, do you need medical attention?
I've been called the monster among men.
What is wrong?
What I am capable of speaks for itself. I will not be outworked. I will not be outtrained.
Okay, sir, I'm trying to help you.
I have crushed giants like insects and overpowered the strongest men in the world. And everyone will fall.
So you want the paramedics to come and check you, correct?
I'm not finished with you!
Sir, I have no problem sending you help, okay? The paramedics will come and they'll check you.
Welcome to the Full Nelson Press Podcast, episode 70, predicting WWE Great Balls of Fire 2017. I am the creator of the FullNelsonPress.com. My name is Brandon Kirkpatrick. You can find me on Twitter at JohnnyJONNY_Tango. I'm here with the man in charge of Zack Sabre Jr.'s official fan site, Mr. Peter O'Brien. You can also find him on Twitter at MVP360. And of course, you can follow the Full Nelson Press on Twitter at TFNP. Pete, are you ready to make some ballsy predictions?
I'm ready to make so many ballsy predictions of great dicks of fire. It's in the logo. I just looked at another thing and I'm like, that's a straight up dick. Like, it's a straight flaming dick. The weird thing is like, the Samoa Joe Lesnar match, I'm actually like kind of pumped for it.
Yeah. Did you watch Raw last night?
I did not. I was trying to read up on it a little bit.
Nothing happened, man.
I figured because it was the 3rd of July.
But before we move on, because so this whole thing is with Braun Strowman's trying to fight an opponent for the whole night, and the night before, the ambulance showed up, and like Strowman gets out of it and surprises Roman. So like at the end of the night, it's very predictable that this ambulance just shows up the last minute of the night, and Roman's just in the driver's seat, like he's been sitting here for all 3 hours of the night, just hanging out in this ambulance.
It's like he doesn't have anything else to do, you know?
This is making me look strong. Just sitting in here, just hanging out.
I'll just hang out.
So they did update that it's now going to be a Raw Tag Team title match and an Iron Man match. This is going to be Cesaro and the Hardy Boys in a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Can we talk about how that's such a good move? Like, I remember 60-minute Iron Man matches. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've watched you guys wrestle enough. 30 minutes is kind of like, all right, I can handle that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too. I just hope this is like the final send-off, because the last week they have Josh Duhamel come on, and he's like, hey everybody, I just want to let everyone know that Sheamus is dropping the title next couple weeks or so because he's doing a movie with me.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, good job. You know, when are they going to start realizing these celebrity or famous people appearances are just not working out? I mean, you had that, and then you had the LaMelo Ball.
Oh.
You get some little 17-year-old punk kid, a live mic. And the best was Dean Ambrose's look.
Yeah, he just walks out like he's a disappointed parent.
And he's like, did he really just say that?
Oh, yeah, that totally was a train wreck.
Do you think this is where they turn broken?
Well, it sounds like that the Hardy Boys are making an agreement with whoever owns TNA now. So yeah. I see it coming soon. I see maybe them planting the seeds, like they lose, and I don't see it happening right away. I see it being like a slow burn and then finally happening, only because they got to make sure everything's fine with this whatever court order or whatever they have going on.
You can't have Sheamus win, though, because he's going to take the belt with him. So then we have half the tag team, and then you have the Universal title not on the show ever.
See, but,
so like,
okay, but WWE Creative has now found this loop of the open challenge because it seems like we get that excessively more now. So even the week before he leaves, they could just have Cesaro be like, "Oh, we're doing one of those dopey open challenges," and then the Revival comes out and just wins the title, or anybody.
Hey, let's start. Like, John Cena did the open challenge very well with the United States title. I don't care what anyone thinks.
But now they're just using it way too much. Now it seems like every time, like, someone just like, all right, let's just trade this title over here because we need it for this storyline. They just do an open challenge.
Openly.
Let's talk about the Raw tag division, because right now we have Cesaro, which are heels, Hardy Boys face, Revival heels, the Club heels, Slater and Rhino face, and then you want to count the Miztourage, because I'm sure Axel and Bo Dallas will start wrestling soon. That's heel. So we have our two face in the Raw tag team division is just the Hardy Boys and Slater and Rhino.
But to me, the way I look at it is I don't really care if they're a face or a heel. I think you don't need to worry about that. You know, just have good matches and good storylines, and it'll be fine.
You're right, but WWE doesn't see it that way. So when you have when you have like the Club and the Revival together, are we going to see a feud with them? No, they're both heel.
No, even though that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome. I'd totally be down for that.
I wish the Club would just get built up, just put them back with Balor.
Mm-hmm.
They need something to help them out, and you could turn them face.
Yeah.
And you have the Bullet Club or the Club be all together, because right now Balor's just treading. So then you could set up that.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't even think he has a match tonight. I don't have a match written up here. Maybe Elias Sampson, but I mean, I don't know.
No, he might not make it. You know why?
He's drifting.
He's drifting.
Next is the Cruiserweight Championship, Neville versus Akira Tozawa. Trying to get on Neville's level with the Tozawa Powa. I actually have to say, since Tozawa has joined the Titus brand, I've been enjoying it more.
At least Tozawa has more of a character than Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
And Tozawa is more threatening because he was like on a little push there when he first got there.
Yep.
He's awesome in the ring. He's really good. So Neville's not losing it.
You don't think Neville's losing it?
No.
To Tozawa?
No. I have a feeling like Neville like suplexes like Titus O'Neil or something, like, or he power bombs him just to like prove he's the king.
I could see them like Titus doing something to screw over Neville. And then the following pay-per-view, Neville just wins the title right back from Tozawa.
I don't think so. I think they want to build Neville up to, he's huge.
Yeah.
He's too big right now. Like, you can't take it away. Like, it's the same with Asuka. Like, who can take it?
Who could compete in the Cruiserweight division against Neville
well,
right now?
Technically, everybody could compete, but like, before when you had TJ Perkins with the belt, you're like, oh, look at that kid. He's got one. Right. And then you could have like a bunch of different people. But now it's like, Neville's so huge. The only person really would be Austin Aries because he has the mic skills and he has the ring skills.
We could bring Zack Sabre Jr. back.
Shut your face. I swear to God. I'll walk off the set. I will. I'll leave.
Next is a triple threat match for the IC title. The Miz versus Dean Ambrose versus the Ball family.
Oh, God. This is dumb. Like, I'm so sick of this matchup.
I know. I'm so over. Like, there's nothing we can really add to this.
What else can we say? How many times have we been doing the prediction show with Miz and Dean Ambrose for the IC title? It's like 3 or 4.
We could just talk about the Miztourage, because that's actually kind of killing it.
Thank you. I actually think they'll become a tag team, and they will actually... Okay, so Miz is taking the title, and I have a feeling the Miztourage will somehow weasel their way in and get the tag titles.
That would be all right.
When was the last time we had a good faction like that had everything?
Yeah, and especially not having to have the world title, you could still do things with this whole thing without having to be like the main focus. So this could be the one positive thing about Miz moving to Raw. But the other thing is once this starts getting steam, what happens to the next shakeup when they just move Miz right back to SmackDown because he's halfway through something that's working for his character again? Yeah,
because you know that's what'll happen. And watch WWE have LeVar Ball come out and interfere.
Oh my God, no, they're done with him. They're totally done with that family. Never again.
He took his shirt off.
It was really weird.
I finally watched like the whole bit, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad.
I lucked out. I had like 20 minutes on my DVR, so I was able to skip it, and then the next morning I was like, oh, shit went down.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I should have watched it.
Yeah.
Oh. And half the people are like, who is that? Who are they? Because they're wrestling fans.
I had to look them up on Wikipedia. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, there's still some basketball fans that were at the wrestling event, but if you looked at it, a lot of the fans were just like, why?
WWE, you guys film over 10 hours of wrestling a week. I don't have time to watch other sports.
Exactly. Oh man, I'd like to watch the Twins game tonight. Wait, I have to watch wrestling.
205 Live.
Thank God we're not doing 205 Live.
All right, next match is Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt for some reason. The promos are basically like, hey man, that's a nice dick pic. Yeah, well, how's the divorce going?
Oh my God. Did you see the New Day post on their Instagram a video with JoJo, and she literally is balancing a box of Bootios on her butt?
I believe it.
I saw it.
I did not see it.
And they go, Bootios, and then she turns around, blah, 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 you ain't booty, or whatever, and I'm like, what?
Who do you think's going to win this one?
Rollins? Why would anybody think Wyatt's going to win?
Bray has a horrible track record on his win-loss ratio.
I think he's got 2 wins.
And Rollins, he's now on the cover of WWE 2K18, so why is he going to lose?
Yeah, exactly. It's too predictable. And half the time Bray Wyatt talks, you just sit there and you're like, what? Okay, whatever. Before I was like, okay, these are really cool. But then he loses and loses and loses. And you're like, dude, now you just sound crazy. Like you're the guy, the crazy homeless guy, like, rack 'em Willie.
Well,
that's all I hear.
There's no positive outcome here, because one, either Rollins wins, so good for him, or two, if Wyatt wins, it's because either Harper or Rowan or Strowman or someone like that is showing up to interfere in it for him.
Exactly. So really, we all know it's going to be Rollins, whatever. Blah.
And then here's a confusing one. I don't even know if this is a match. They haven't really specified it at all. Big Cass and Enzo Amore.
They haven't said anything on it. I don't think there's a match. But like when you're hearing this great storyline between Cass and Enzo, and they're like, all right, here comes a pay-per-view. You're not wrestling.
And that's the biggest storyline going on in WWE right now. I'm not saying it's the best. It's just the biggest.
So they're like, Vince is like sitting there going, you guys are killing it. I really like it. I'm a genetic jackhammer. I just want to tell you about Great Balls of Fire. First of all, I'm a genetic jackhammer. And then let me tell you this. You guys aren't on it. Why? Because I'm a genetic jackhammer. And then Vince walks out of the room and Cass and Enzo just sit there and just go like, did we just sacrifice a tag team for nothing?
Well, then he comes back in and he goes, oh, I just need one of you for a 10-minute interview on the kickoff show. We need one of you in the social media lounge.
By the way, I'm a genetic jackhammer. I just want you to know how much of a genetic jackhammer I am. Because there's no genetic jackhammer better than me. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You know, it should have been like Vincent Kennedy. Bring him back.
No, we don't need Anderson. We don't need Mr. Kennedy. He can stay wherever he is right now.
Whatever. Don't even call him Mr. Anderson. It's Kennedy.
So I kind of hope it's a cage match, because I want to see Enzo like ferociously try to climb up this cage while Big Cass just steps over it.
Oh my God. You can't have those two fight because it's just not fair.
Yeah, and it's hard because, like, Cass, you don't know what to do with him because he's just wearing plain black shirts now. His entrance song still has Enzo in it. You can't be mad at somebody be feuding with somebody if he's your entrance song.
I think they rushed it.
Yeah.
They should have just let it go until SummerSlam when they had a match or something, and then Cass comes in and just boots him in the face.
Yeah, they should have done the big turn at the pay-per-view, because then you're... The big thing, I think, is, like, pay-per-views don't have any surprises to them. Wrestling just, WWE just period doesn't have any more surprises with it. But, like, what's the incentive to getting the network if there's nothing that, I mean, we could predict this whole card here and probably be right on a lot of it. If you would have had, like, a tag team match with Enzo and Cass versus the Club or anybody, any random tag team, and they lose and Cass turns, then you're getting headlines, then you're getting people actually going to the network.
Thank you. Yes. Because, I mean, let's be right. Our predictions are 100% right. We never miss.
We never miss. Our track record has been perfect in the 2 years we've been doing this. So I know you've been trying to get to this match, so we'll start it now. RTruth versus Goldust. Who's winning this?
Goldust.
Goldust? I see RTruth winning this. because of his game show. But then I also kind of hope Strowman comes out and just beats both of them up.
Yeah, and says, let's go, we have a match, and just destroys them both.
Next is the Raw Women's title match, Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks and not Nia Jax. I love how Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks, they keep, like, doing promos where they talk about they're the most dominant women in wrestling right now, but Nia Jax is in the room.
Well, she doesn't win.
Well, that gauntlet match, she almost won, and then she just randomly loses to Banks. Banks, who has been losing to, like, Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, everyone else on the women's roster, is now number one contender.
You have to say Alicia Fox right. Alicia Fox. Fucking Noam Dar. Jeez. It's kind of sad that Noam Dar kind of ruined Alicia Fox more.
Yeah.
Just saying. This has nothing to do with the title match. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I could just see, like, last year Alicia Fox was like, man, I can't wait for this CWC tournament they're doing. I think this is going to change a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, and then they're like, hey, you're going to be tagged up with Noam Dar, you know, the guy that comes up to your elbow.
Well, who do you think's winning this, Alexa Bliss or Sasha Banks?
I think Bliss is keeping it.
Bliss? I agree. I don't see Sasha Banks winning this.
No, Bliss is too good. As sad as I couldn't believe I'm saying this, but she's better than Sasha Banks right now.
Yeah, she is. That picture I showed you about the Bailey girl all dressed up as Alexa Bliss.
That was so good. That is the best picture ever. Put it up because it's so good. Like, that just goes to show you why WWE has ruined Bailey.
Yeah.
That little girl cried almost every NXT event, and now she's like, Bliss is better.
They don't even have a second women's match on here, and if they do, it's going to be Bailey versus Nia Jax, and we both know the outcome to that. Bailey's losing.
Seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Bailey has a lot of heart. No, wait,
Shut
I'm sorry.
up.
Had that in NXT.
She's not a fucking Care Bear.
That in NXT. This is WWE. She sucks.
All right, man. The most anticipated match of the summer, the ambulance match, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. I almost feel like someone needs to make a romantic comedy movie about Braun Strowman in an ambulance, because no matter where he is, there is an ambulance, and it's been like this for 6 months now.
He's great. If they have him lose this match, I'm just gonna be like, wow, you just buried him.
Well, it's taken us forever to get to this match, because it seems like they prolonged it so long, I just want to be done with it.
How much you want to bet this match ends in like a no contest?
Or Roman Reigns just Samoa dropping Braun Strowman through the ambulance roof, and that's how he wins.
No, they both fall through the ambulance roof, so they both lose.
Yeah. I hate ambulance matches. I hate Buried Alive matches. I hate Inferno matches. They're dumb. They don't do anything with wrestling, and it's just a bunch of people running outside the ring, just throwing each other into stupid shit.
Yeah, remember when they had the hardcore title and you had to defend it 24/7?
Yes.
Was that not just awesome? I thought that was great.
That was great, but that was just for pinning. You didn't have to throw anybody in anything. And how great would it be is like the rules were the hardcore title only worked on the kickoff show. So from the beginning to the end of the kickoff show, that's when it had to be defended.
That would be great. I hope this match is good. I think it will be good, but I'm just so afraid that they're going to have Roman Reigns with.
That just reminds me of John Cena versus Ryback all over again.
It does. I'm just like sitting here and I'm like, they're not going to have Roman lose. There's no way. So I will say this. Okay, so I do think Strowman's winning, but I have that sinking feeling that Roman's going to take it.
I don't want anyone to win. I hope the ambulance driver gets bored and just drives away for a real emergency, and then it just leaves both of them in there.
Yeah, copy that. No, I can't go now. I'm at Great Balls of Fire. Yeah, no, that's a real event. Strowman versus Roman Reigns. I have to be here. One of them's going to get seriously injured, so I have to help him. Okay, there's nobody else? All right. He just peels away, and like everyone's like standing there. Vincent's in the back like, hey, what happened to my ambulance? I'm a genetic jackhammer. And then they go, oh, Vince, he got called to an emergency. What emergency? There's a pay-per-view happening right now. I'm a genetic jackhammer. Why did he leave? And then next thing you know, someone like comes in with like a stretcher. He's like, I got this.
Vince just gets a heart attack, so they have to call another ambulance back to the arena. He gets confused and ends up being in the actual match again. Completely different driver, has no clue what's going on.
Yeah, and then he gets Roman Reigns, and then he like wins, and he's just like, hey, Vince, did you see how good I did? I'm a genetic jackhammer. I just made that up. Vince is like, no, you're not. But listen, We gotta call an ambulance. Why? I'm having a heart attack. Boom. That would be so great. Like, I always wonder that, like, if an ambulance is just, like, sitting there and they're just like, so, Charlie, this has been a pretty slow day, huh? Well, yeah, we've been stuck in an event center all day waiting for Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. So they put him on the stretcher. Then they have to call an ambulance in. How about they do that?
Yeah.
Because the one had to go for an emergency.
Yep.
So in the middle of Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar, an ambulance comes in and goes, hey guys, we're just here to pick up Roman Reigns. So continue. They're like loading him into the ambulance.
Trying to hurry him into the ambulance. Come on, convenient care is only open till 4.
You know we have terrible health insurance. All they do is get us for drugs.
All right, so the main event is for the Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe. One angry Joe. It's almost like Lesnar stole his lunch money his entire life, and he's finally trying to get revenge on him because he's so angry.
Let's be real, though. Thank God they went this route.
Yeah.
They went this Samoa Joe is just ticked off. He's the destroyer because he runs that character. This was such a good build-up. I wasn't excited for this match at all. I'm a big Samoa Joe fan. And when I saw this, I'm like, God, they're going to do this stupid, like, Heyman's going to come out and talk, and Joe's going to sit there and, you know, and they're not going to give Joe a fair chance because he just got there. And then he chokes out Heyman, and then he chokes out Lesnar.
I love how Lesnar's face turns completely red, yet his eyebrows are completely white.
Lesnar sells that whole choke. He sells it so well. And then they had, like, the brawl because, like, in my eyes, I actually kind of look at Samoa Joe and be like, I know Lesnar's just huge, but Samoa Joe, like, that big drunk guy in a bar that it doesn't matter what you do to him, he's just going to still come at you and punch you.
Yeah. I do like, though, that the entire premise of this feud has all started just because Samoa Joe wants as many days off as Brock Lesnar gets. That's his only thing.
He's like, why do I have to be here all the time? And I'm like, good point, Joe. That's a very good point.
I dig it.
Yeah, like, good digs. Like, they're actual real digs that people in the WWE universe are saying, like, he's not even here. Like, Brock Lesnar is sitting there at home with his belt just like, I don't want to go to work today. He just sits there.
He's just calling in to, like, WWE headquarters to call in sick.
Yeah, he's like, hi, guys, I'm, sick. What are you sick with? Winning! Click.
Click.
I just have a feeling because of the way this match built up that I could see them having Lesnar just dominate Joe and beat him very quick.
Yeah, because we already saw that Roman Reigns has already challenged whoever wins this at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But then the following week we see Samoa Joe just destroy Roman Reigns on Raw. So it kind of leans, I think, more towards Lesnar winning this one. Lesnar bringing the title to SummerSlam for one, hopefully, like, just one final bout with this title reign that he's got going on. I don't see Samoa Joe winning this one. I like him. I'm rooting for him, but I see Brock being the one to walk away with the title.
I just hope they do it, like, if Brock wins, they don't build Joe, like, to get just sent down to the bottom of the card.
Right, he goes right back to being, like, Triple H's lackey.
Yeah, like, he is the destroyer. Like, he's the guy who doesn't care. He's the character I've tried to make for Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Who else have I put this character light on? Like, I'm like, they need that. Ryback should have been that guy. Just a guy just going around beating people up, going there just for the money, leaving.
Mm-hmm. Ryback, I think, like, they're doing everything they should have done with Ryback with Braun Strowman right now, and I think it's working more with Strowman. I think they learned a lot of from a lot of their mistakes with Ryback, and are in using that towards Braun Strowman. Ryback's got to be so angry with this whole Braun Strowman character because Ryback it was that character at one point.
So what do you think? You think Lesnar's taking it?
Yeah, I think Lesnar's retaining.
You would?
I know. I'm rooting for Joe. I just don't see him winning.
You're not a true fan.
Nope. Casual.
Casual podcasters.
Full-time wrestlers. All right, man. What do you want to grade the build of the balls?
I'll give it a C.
A C?
A C plus.
Okay.
I do, dude. The Samoa Joe Lesnar thing has made me go back and like watch Raw on Hulu to be like, cool. Like, I haven't done that for a pay-per-view. So, like, that's why I'll give it a C+. But then everything else, I'm like, Wyatt's not making sense. I completely forgot about the tag titles. I don't care about Miz and Dean Ambrose.
I'm going to give it a D.
You are?
Well, hear me out. Last two Raw pay-per-views have sucked. They've had one good main event with them. And also, like, every night you're having a big spot for Balor. He's taking on Cesaro. He's teaming with the Hardy Boys. And that's great. He doesn't have a match for the pay-per-view. So he shouldn't even be on television right now if you're not going to put him in the pay-per-view. And, like, the women's division sucks. The tag division sucks. The Cruiserweight division and the Universal title are the only things that I'm generally excited about. Yeah, Enzo and Cass. Enzo being like, you're such a casshole. Shut up.
You're like, listen, I'm Enzo, and I'm the realest guy in the room. Cass is just like, this is a bad move. We're going to ruin our characters. No one's going to like us after this. And Enzo's going to get sent to Ring of Honor.
What is next for this? Now, I see Enzo going to the Cruiserweight division, and I'd be okay with that. I think he'd do just fine in the Cruiserweight division, and I think he would add some more personality to that roster.
That would be probably the smartest move, but I just don't see why they broke him up. Why wouldn't you just leave them the way they are, but just have Cass? If you want Cass to be a heel, then have Enzo be a heel and just have them be like the New Age Outlaws kind of. But like, instead of tag matches, Enzo's just a straight manager.
But Big Cass has no personality. I mean, he's semi-talented in the ring. He's got a lot of time, but he's young, which is fine.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, keep Enzo with him.
Yep.
And just have him be a manager-wrestler duo. Like, there's nothing wrong with making money doing that. I would do it. I wouldn't need to wrestle. And then once in a while, like, you get annoying, you get put through a table. Whatever. That would be like back in the old days.
All right, Pete, done of the night.
Okay, so does it have to involve Great Balls of Fire?
No, it never does. Never.
Okay, because, well, one, I was going to say the dick logo. And how it will leave us with a burning sensation in our butt after that pay-per-view screws us out of terrible matches. But it's got to be the Ball family. That was so bad. Like, that was just beyond bad.
I'm going to go the other end of that Miz because he had to deal with it. Poor guy's out there like, what do I do?
What's your stud of the night?
Stud of the night? Samoa Joe. Dude's been killing it.
I'm with that for sure. That is easily the best part about wrestling right now.
Right. Well, second best thing about wrestling right now, because Mauro Ranallo has returned. He is now in NXT. I think they're going to keep him away from the WWE product as much as they can. Keep him away from the production teams, only in NXT. But I'm still excited about this. This is awesome.
Is he teaming up with Nigel? Because that guy sucks.
Yes, he is. But I think that's only on like pay-per-views. No, because I think they kind of have him more with Watson and Phillips, which is okay. I don't mind either of them.
I see. Well, that'll be fine. But thank you, Mauro, for coming back.
Yeah. I watched the NXT with his return episode, and it was just excited to have him back. It was awesome.
And also, WWE, screw you for keeping JBL still just untouchable.
Yeah, and he will be. He'll always be that way. He'll go in the Hall of Fame that way, and he'll be on commentating until he can't talk no more.
Yep.
TNA and Global Force Wrestling are now merging together. They're now going to be just going on there over the GFW tagline now. They had a match at Slammiversary, Bobby Lashley versus Del Rio, with a masked Paige in the crowd. She had a luchador mask on, but it was obvious that it was just her in the front row.
That's great.
Del Rio wins, so he's now the TNA GFW champion.
Isn't it funny that they were like, dude, don't say TNA. Why? Because nobody liked us. So just say we're Global Force. We'll go Global Force. You can take us. We're fine.
What do you want us to do with all these octagon rings?
I don't know. I don't know. What about our 500 television watchers?
Send them the remaining Hulk Hogan shirts.
Oh my God. Well, that's cool. Good for Del Rio.
According to superluchas.com, Epico and Primo have asked for their release from the WWE. Good for them. Get them in Lucha Underground.
See you later.
Yeah. And finally, Scott Steiner claims to have broken the record and has slept with over 20,000 women in his lifetime, stating that 15,000 of them happened between 1998 and 1999. Not even possible. How could he wrestle?
No way. He ain't got no simpy. He ain't getting no simpy from me, that's for sure. That's not real. Unless he did the math for it.
Yeah.
If you threw your third chance, which leaves you about a 33-third chance of me sleeping with you. God, Scott Steiner, the genetic freak.
Oh, he is a freak.
You better not say genetic jackhammer on Vince McMahon.
Gimmick infringement. Well, hey, we got some listener questions here. Remember to use the hashtag AskTFNP on Facebook, Twitter, Wrestling Amino, or email your questions at contact@thefullnelsonpress.com. First question here is Death Dunn asks, who do you think is the most overrated wrestler in WWE today?
Reigns?
Reigns?
No. He's not overrated because he is good. He's just forced down our throats. Cass?
Okay. Well, I think that's from WWE's perspective. I'm going to go more with the fans' perspective. I'm going to go with Finn Balor. I think he has not done anything that has wowed me to why he should be in the main event right now.
Well, because they haven't done anything with him. Whatever.
Well, even in NXT.
I hate this question. This question just ruined my fourth.
Toxic.
I hate this. I hate the show.
All right, there's a second part to this because Joey P asks, in your opinion, who has the best ring skills currently in the WWE?
You go first.
AJ Styles.
I was gonna say AJ or Seth. Seth's injured some people.
Yeah, my close second would be Kevin Owens. I think he has really good ring presence.
Really good in the ring.
He knows what he's doing.
Could you put Ziggler up there?
If you want. It's your show.
Good. Okay, I'll go. You know what? You're right. Like, I'll go Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens is, because he rarely has a bad match. When was the last time he had a bad match? For real. Think about
Goldberg and Owens.
Oh my God. Does that count?
Yeah, that don't count. No, nothing that I've seen that's actually been like an issue from Owens' side, other than he just needs to maybe get some more sun on the other half of his arms.
Figure out your tan line, you weirdo.
Alright, Juice Merkinson asks, Braun Strowman, Great Khali, and Roman Reigns, fuck, marry, kill.
Okay, Great Khali, Roman Reigns, and who? Strowman?
Strowman.
I kill the Great Khali. God, this is weird. Okay, our listener questions are getting weird. All right, I don't know. I feel like Roman Reigns got a good bank account, so I'd marry him. And that would leave me to get
the Strowman off.
Braun Strowman off. The brawny paper towel man. We're giving this guy so many ideas.
All he's got, his only logo is, I'm not finished with you.
Yeah.
I think I would marry Strowman. I think he's a good man. And then I'd have to kill Khali, and that just leaves a good night with me and Roman.
Okay.
Maybe some candles, I don't know. But hey, man, that is the Full Nelson Press Podcast, episode 70, predicting WWE Great Balls of Fire 2017. Anything else you want to add?
Nope. I'm good.
All right. Well, fuck the revival.
No, I can't say that. I like him too much.
All right, we'll go watch some wrestling.
All right, yeah, I bet.
Thanks for listening to the show. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Leave us a comment and the guys might give you a shout out on the next episode. If you're listening to us on iTunes, make sure to leave us a review. You can also find the Full Nelson Press on Stitcher, Facebook, Wrestling Amino, Instagram, or visit us at thefullnelsonpress.com.